Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I will be your host today for Imperator Rome. Welcome back to episode 4 of the Punic Power Let's Play series, where once again I get to have these little updates about why the game doesn't work, because I guess I'm the bug tester for Paradox now, for some reason. Anyways, the real reason is apparently I did more testing, and instead of having to delete my settings, instead I'm just not allowed to go to the low quality preset, because if you exit the game with the low preset, something about that ruins something about the game, and you can't load it back up. So, I don't know, if you weren't having this problem, and you want to test it out yourself, just to see if it'll happen, sure, that's probably how you can get it to work consistently, or, you know, how to get it to crash consistently. All I need to do is set it back to medium whenever I plan to exit the game, and then it'll load up just fine. But anyways, that's not what we're here to really talk about. What we're here to do is continue playing the game and try and get ourselves through a little mission here. However, it's come to my attention, I don't know how viewed, I guess, this Let's Play is going to be in the future. We'll see, because it's not getting the most viewership. I might move on to a different nation if it doesn't end up with the same consistent amount of viewership as would normally happen. And in that case, I'll probably end up playing someone that isn't, you know, Nation A or Nation B that everyone's been playing, Rome or Carthage. I'll probably move on to something else, like forming Iberia. That's an achievement that exists. It's a pretty good one. I might as well give it a shot. Anyways, let's give ourselves some... provincial loyalty wouldn't be so bad, actually. Because if we look over in these areas, that could... yeah, that could be pretty useful. That could be exceedingly useful, actually. In fact, I wonder, what's better here? This one gives me plus 0.02, and then we have harsh treatment, which is actually a decrease. Okay. Okay, let's give them their autonomy. That racked up a little bit of tyranny, but that's fine. A small favor. More support for the mercantile faction. Well, the military faction is currently in charge, and no one wants to support the military faction's ideas for some reason. Neither of the rulers from other republics support this faction. Okay. Alright, fine. There'll be slightly more favor for that faction. 51 seats. What else are we looking for here? Let's try and get our ruler, our, not consul, the Suffet, to be friends with... but this guy. Well, it'd be really good to be friends with him. He has a lot of seats, so let's do our best to do that. This guy has a lot of money. He can afford to spend money on the other guy. Because we do need... well, we're getting this claim, which is good. So we can declare war on Akragas. He's actually gotten a lot of allies, but that's okay. Let's go with some money. Money's okay to spend. We'll bring in pretty much everyone else on the island. That's okay, except for, like... yeah, literally everyone else on the island, actually. Let's get a large amount of progress going. If there's any way, we'd also like to improve this guy's popularity. Popularity's okay. Let's try... why is your popularity decreasing? What's wrong with you? Harsh. Oh, okay. That's... we can counteract that. Actually, we can do more than counteract that. How about we... it'll cost a lot of money. We can hold games in... oh, geez, that's the loudest thing I think I've ever heard in my life. That is obnoxiously loud. Oh boy. I was thinking Latium, if that's possible. And maybe not, because maybe it needs to have my culture. That would make a little bit of sense. So let's hold them in Carthage. So he's sponsoring the games. He's going to hold the games. He's going to be a little bit more influential. Until he, I don't know, passes on or whatever. Oh boy, a small amount or a moderate? Let's go with that. He loses a bit of popularity. We're going to counteract that anyway. Still can't declare war. If we become friends That's going to be like an additional 25%. That's an additional number of seats that could really be useful. Let me check this again. I think we need 60% of the Senate. Which means we need to do something here. Friend in a faction with at least 80 prominence. Okay, let's try and win over another faction leader. He still has money to spend. Let's try and be friends with the populist guy as well. Let's also get a couple more of our technologies. A couple more of those inventions going. Bump up the speed. Not much to do for right now. A large amount of money, sure thing. As long as he... is he going to go into debt? How much money do you have? Not much. Let's go with the small amount. We don't want to land him in, like... We don't want to land him in, like, debtor's prison. Ooh, we don't have enough to spend on that. We can offer something, at least. We can at least do something. Oh, there we go. Lilybaea becomes a city, which means the Phoenician settlements is done. Assimilation, conversion, and migration attraction. Next, we need to have Capara over here. It needs to have more people in it, which we can actually do manually. Which, it feels like cheating, but, like... we might as well. Is this cheating? It's kind of cheating. But I'm kind of okay with this form of cheating. There we go. Done. We got a couple of extra guys. End of an era requires us to do Sicilian domination, which requires us to have the rest of this stuff. That'll be done in one war. Shoo, a little bit of tyranny never hurt anyone. No, we're actually, everyone's behind the war in here. Okay, that's cool. Time to boost the armies, and maybe the navies too. Though I don't know how effective the navies will be at doing anything important, but they might be, so, just in case. Ah, he wasn't convinced to be our friend. That's a shame, and we wasted a lot of money. Hopefully we won't land our Safet in debtor's prison or whatever, because that's kind of not fair for us to do, but that's fine. Populist faction. Oh, right, yeah, if we boost any of these, the populist faction increases. Apparently, if we empower the populist faction, they actually start losing influence. Now, don't ask me how that works. I actually have no idea. At all. Not even slightly. But sure. Monthly corruption and populist faction goes down. That is really weird. Apparently, if you empower them, everyone starts to hate them. Huh. Well, okay then. Let's start with this war goal. Should bring everyone in. They actually do have one tech already. We do not yet because, well, we've been doing a lot of conquering and our efficiency is garbo. We'll have to improve that in a couple of cities. But for right now, we should be able to kill pretty much everyone with no problem. We'll even bring out the navies. Can I not go into here? Oh, I have to go all the way around. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to siege that. You have a port, meaning, yes, actually blockading was important here. Although blockades can't really do much. We can do a slavery, sure, but not much. We need to have a mega polyrim. I don't even know what that would look like. A mega polyrim, what is that? It's just a giant boat. I guess what did we do, ram the fort or something with it? I don't know. Sounds kind of dumb. Probably because that would be dumb. You just ruin a perfectly good boat. But honestly, I don't know what that would look like. It's not like there were cannons back then, were there? Not that I'm aware of, at least. So I don't really know what kind of naval fort raiding you could do. Yeah, I really have no idea. Anyways, let's grab ourselves... well, we could loot it, a little bit. Either way, he's still gaining popularity. The city's burning. That's nearly everyone already on their side, isn't it? Now, there's still this guy, actually. We'll go and take this down. I think we'll just do it all in one giant peace deal. That just makes it so much easier and faster to do. Granaries have been raided. Oh boy. Well, no matter what, we're losing food. We can improve the loyalty of certain places. We could lose money. We can have him cover the costs. That sounds better. He's gonna be a little bit upset, but I mean, come on. You were supposed to be governing it anyway. Sounds kind of like a you problem if you couldn't figure that one out. Let's head over here and deal with that. Oh boy. Oh wow. Alright. You have a lot of options here. A lot of unique ones or special ones. We can give him the job. Someone... Peerless Finesse. Looking for someone with high finesse, huh? Clear their ambition, lose prominence, gain loyalty. Apparently, our philosopher, the Safet, is actually very persuasive. Interesting. The wanting tact, the persuasive talents, and the reproachable character of this guy. Wow, we have a lot of options, huh? I think clearing his ambition seems to be the best thing. Let's just clear his ambition. I don't think telling someone maybe this isn't your thing would necessarily actually change their ambition. They'd be like, oh, maybe you're right. This one thing that I've had my mind set on for like the past 6 years that I would really want to do for my entire life. Well, let me just get rid of it because you told me maybe it's not for me. I don't know. That's... Maybe it's just more of intimidation persuasion is more what that is, but... Just sort of saying, yeah, you really don't want this job, right? You know, that kind of thing. But if it works, and it does, then I'm fine with it, so... Alrighty then. Now, usually I'm led to believe this game has music, but since we don't have a music player, who even actually knows if there's music ever playing, bump it up to 50%. I've had to change my settings every time I boot the game for the past multiple times of, you know, literally every single episode that you've seen so far. So, if the sound seems unbalanced, it's because I just forget. I just often forget what my own things were. Have him sacrificed to dark gods. Okay. We can literally kill this guy? We can kill the faction leader. No, he's not a faction leader, he's just in the faction. Gain money, he loses money, and he gains loyalty. Or stability. Oh, stability's nice. Or we can just kill him. We can kill him for money. But it's not even that much money. I'd prefer the stability. It's a much more valuable resource to have. Because now we maybe might be able to change some laws. Monthly corruption, that doesn't matter at all. Let's go and figure out something else. Having the civic or religious faction in power most of the time wouldn't be an issue. The civic faction gives a lot of money, which is great. The religious faction ends up giving... That's actually kind of garbage. Let's go with the civic faction. I'd be okay giving them more power. That's absolutely fine. If we wanted to, though, we could even... We could even abolish assemblies. I'm just saying, the populist faction isn't very good to have in power, but it is the right step towards having a dictatorship, I'm pretty sure. If we go to our thing here. Lifetime elections. Jeez, yeah, okay. The populist faction needs to have a lot of support. We need to have a lot of tyranny. And, well, we can easily get tyranny. That's super easy to do. And we can get our Sufet to be really popular. And then that's just it. That's all we need to do. That requires us to go through lifetime elections first, though. Which would first require... How can I do this? Civic advances, of course. Okay. If we wanted to go with lifetime elections... Oh, he needs to be a member of the populist faction to even enable this. No, let's go with the civic faction in power. Let's just give the civic faction a bunch of power. I'm okay with staying a republic the entire game. Makes it more dynamic, more interesting, because you have to fight for power. in order to declare wars. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone in the whole war. Oh, and they would say no. We are demanding substantial land, you're correct, but what's the matter here? You're utterly defeated. There's nothing... Oh, you're not completely defeated, actually. I see what you did here. I see what you did here. You got one tiny little part here. Just a little one. Well, we'll get rid of it. Yeah, for a second there, I was a little concerned, thinking the game didn't recognize what we'd done here. No, it did. We just didn't actually do it all. There we go. They've been utterly defeated. Complete victory. Plus 1,000. We get to demand whatever we want. Oh, which is everything. There we go. Let's go with... Well, the guy's already popular. Meaning he can do as many wars as he wants. Let's drop a bit of aggressive expansion. There we go. Minus 2.5. That's pretty neat. It's a substantial amount of times worth. I think that is my favorite button to hit. Just to get rid of everyone. Drop the aggressive expansion. Anyways, Akragas has been subjugated, giving us some pretty good stuff here. Changing some of the culture to, Oh, well, yeah, it's mutually exclusive, but that's fine. Next we have Sicilian Domination. Wine and grain. Any territory producing either wine or grain in Sicily will be given the modifier Punic Agriculture until the end of the game, giving slaves needed for the local surplus -2. Alright, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Next we have, the governor of Beirut needs to be Hellenic religion or Siciliote culture. Oh, we need to change the governor. Okay, let's change the governor here to a different culture. Oh boy. Carthaginian minor culture, or minor character, sorry. We need to check. Culture needs to be, what was it again? It was of a local character, which would be Sicilian. I don't know if we have any of those, actually. Or we need also a Hellenic. Yeah, no, we actually don't have any. Most of our guys are Punic Canaanites. We'd be pretty hard pressed to actually find something that could do that for us. So I don't know how likely that is. They're also rather upset because, well, they don't like what we're doing here. Sorry. So let's go with harsh treatment. Or let's go and look at local autonomy. Is that better? It is better, yeah, okay. For here, local autonomy as well. Slowing down their disloyalty. Unless we can assign troops. Assigning troops might also fix this. But I also didn't figure out how to do that because I forgot to. I forgot to actually pay attention to it. Alright then. Well, I think Sicily's pretty much done here. If we can ransom our prisoner and they give it back, but I don't think it actually matters. Hold on. No, okay. Cancel client status. We can start integration. Okay, let's get them happy with us. Because we'll start integrating. Alrighty then. Yeah, we'll start off with that. The last two missions are pretty much local governor, which gives happiness in that area. And we need to have a... Oh no, we just gain a 20 size navy in Beirut, which would be really good, or we can just end it. Sicily will either be put under Punic domination or released as a subject. Do I want a subject or... No, I don't think I'll create a subject. I think I'll much sooner just own the whole thing myself. So we get those immediate benefits for ourselves. I think that would be a little bit nicer. Let's put this guy back into port. You guys are in port, which is good. We can also decrease both maintenances. Actually, all 3 maintenances over here, too. Alrighty then, not bad. You guys are suffering a little bit of attrition. Even in farmlands, apparently. We'll move you over there, then. Sure, we'll do that. That'll export and give us a little bit more research, which is nice. Oh wow, yeah, everyone wants their stuff. Okay. Food supply in all of these areas is fine. Where is that? Calabria. Are you gonna move me towards it? No, you're not. Okay. Thanks, game. Now I want to pause this and stop and then hold F. So I want Calabria. There we go. That was a little bit of extra effort. Apparently it's just right here. And you guys are losing food. But I guess we can just fix that by importing it. And that'll solve that problem. They're also not very happy with me, which is fine. Let's start off, if they're not going to be happy, let's just go with assimilation. I don't care if they're loyal or not, we might as well... Oh, no, they're actually just not going to assimilate. They refuse. Interesting. Petition to remove this guy as governor of Beitsia. Well, alright then. He'll no longer be a governor, he loses loyalty, we gain tyranny, corruption, and we get popularity. We'll make sure the rules are followed. We'll do that at least. Yeah, but it appears over here these guys refuse to assimilate, even slightly. Because of all the unrest there is in there. Which you're supposed to be able to do by sending an army in there should fix that. That's how the theory goes, at least. But at the same time, I don't really know if they have enough food to support any troops here. This little area is just sort of a tragedy. Religious faction goes down. We increase... yeah, if we control the Senate, why would his opinion matter? Ooh, that is some dictator stuff right there. Oh boy. I don't think we're ever gonna be able to get local governor. I just don't see that being possible. Maybe in the old times when there were a lot more characters, but now there are a lot less characters, so I don't think we're gonna end up with really anything that we're looking for. I'm still gonna look once more before I complete it. Punic Metholithic. I mean, if we just had one... The only way I could have done that is if I had kept some of the families, and then that would have kept some of their characters. But no, I kind of killed them all off, just to get rid of aggressive expansion. At least I'm pretty sure that's what that action was. So they're all dead, it's just not gonna happen. So let's go with the end of an era. I think we're gonna go with... They'll simply have to accept our overlordship over the island of Sicily. And here it is. They're a little bit upset, I guess. All of these areas have extra unrest. Unrest will go down with unhappy pops. Unhappy pops we can't fix much of. Oh, and there goes my timer telling me we're pretty much time's up. So, let's look at the cities here. We want to have people happier, which we can do in a couple of ways. Let's go with a theater in here, perhaps, because I don't think you're my culture at all. No, not at all. So, a theater would give primary culture happiness and pop assimilation. Build a theater in here. All the cities we should start building some good things in. Citizens are happy. I don't know why, but, you know, that's good at least. Some are Hellenistic, some are Italic, some are Punic. Alright then, let's go with something to make more people happy. Well, I mean, we could just go with a theater again. Let's go with a theater. How about... State religion, happiness, and conversion speed. Yeah, okay, that works out. Let's try and get the cities to convert. Ooh, you guys have libraries, but you don't have any citizens? None of them are moving around either. Huh. That doesn't really... kind of means we don't really need them. We'll get rid of one library. We'll place it with these two. Over here we'll want to do the same thing. Help improve a couple of our scenarios here. That's a settlement with a lot of pops, actually. Over here's another city with 1, 2 here. You a city? Yes, you are. Not very many people, but just the same. Over here's another city. And we'll start off with pop conversion speed. Actually, we can build both because it doesn't cost very much. Okay, well that's actually all the time we have for today. Hopefully that will be the start of some strategy to try and convert these pops back to what we want. Anyways, this is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day.